Welcome to the Blonde Highlight Show. Give it up for your hosts, Chris Yo and Kyle Hennessy.
Welcome back to Blonde Highlights.
We are with the amazing Liz Denton. She is a fashion beauty editor, and we today are talking all things trending beauty products, including her top favorites, red carpet moments, how she got started, and all the fun in between. So welcome to Blonde Highlights.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Yay!
What's hot?
Yeah, what's hot?
Today on What's Hot, I couldn't help but notice your charm necklace that you have on, which is absolutely amazing. Tell us a little bit about like charms and stuff.
I'm addicted to charms. I don't care that people might say that they're done or we hit charm mania and we've had enough of it. I love them. This one is from Harry Covert, which is a Brooklyn-based brand. But they did an LA pop-up, which is why it's LA themed.
Yes.
Because all of my stuff is Brooklyn usually or New York.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm literally obsessed with them. And then they do picto charms, so you can make charms of like your animals and stuff, which I love,
so
personalized
fun.
stuff. They have some heated rivalry charms they just launched.
Okay, we're going.
You're just
we're
so
going now. So
so that's you're gonna have to order them online or go to Brooklyn. But there's also Brooklyn Charm that I'm obsessed with. They're in Venice here. They're incredible, and she sources the coolest charms around. And she makes sure that your jewelry like looks so unique. You can do anything. It's almost overwhelming how much you can do. And then Susan Alexandra is my other favorite. So those are my three, also New York based, but those are my three charms, and I just alternate them.
I want a charm necklace so badly.
You need one?
You know what? I used to have a Pandora charm bracelet, and after a while, I didn't like it. Like I really didn't. But when I see the charm necklaces and just like how they're displayed and all the different things that you can do with them, like I really want to go and get some. Like instead of thrifting, we need to go charming. Like this needs to be the thing. Charming.
Yes.
Going around and picking out your little charms. I want a heated rivalry one.
Yes,
Like,
you should.
Girl,
No,
obsessed.
they have like a tuna melt. They have the book. They have the whole thing. I know. No, it's so fun. I'm obsessed with charms. I'm like a bag charm. If people, you know, if I get one that's like maybe a little too like chunky or bold that I wouldn't wear every day, goes on a bag, put stuff on. I like have charms on my shoes. Like,
oh my God.
Love that.
I love that.
I went through TSA the other day and my sneakers went off and I was like, it's all my charms. I'm so embarrassing. Like, I'm 41 years old. Like, why am I going through TSA?
I love
and they're
that.
like, give me your shoes. I'm like, oh, sorry. I was like, I didn't have to take them off. And then they're like, you do actually.
They're like, you're a child. Where's your parents?
Literally.
Like,
They're like, beads and charms. Okay. You're a 5-year-old.
I love to like showcase all my like interests and personality and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Especially if I'm wearing something basic. Like I like to like wear weird stuff often, but I'm like, you know, today is like a work from home day. It's chill, it's low key. But if I just put a black shirt on, like I have to do something weird on top of it, you know?
Yeah. A little something. Because it's otherwise, if I start to look too boring, I'm like, this doesn't match my personality. This doesn't fit me.
No,
Is
it's
everything
basic?
Yeah. Does everything come in silver and gold?
Silver and gold. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I like a gold.
Yeah, okay. I mix. My Susan Alexandra ones are gold. My Brooklyn Charm ones are gold. This one, I was like, you know what? You have nothing in silver, but you have some fun silver earrings. So you can match them, you know, and step out a little. Although I do like mixing metals. Like
I love mixing metals.
Yeah,
I always have.
I don't understand why people are like, oh, your belt buckle is. I'm like, I've never thought about my belt buckle.
No, I love mixing it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, because it's silver, I can't wear a gold necklace? Stop.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
Well, now it's like I see a lot of brands, they actually will make jewelry that is mixed metals already.
Yes, so that you don't even have to think about it.
Exactly. And I think it really ties it together too. If you have other like silver and other gold, if you have something that's mixed.
No, I love that. And if you do charms, you can mix it yourself.
Yes, I love that.
No, you guys are going to go to Brooklyn Charm today. Like,
we're tripping. Yeah. We're going charming.
Is there anything else you think is hot right now?
I'm obsessed with right now. It's such a good question. I think that makeup is back in a fun way. I think the fact that we're all posting 2016 photos of like full cut creases means that we're like starving for like the clean girl aesthetic to be over and to wear makeup again. it's funny coming from me because I like literally don't wear foundation. I've never done a cut crease. Like I don't know how to do any of that stuff, but I write about it. But I think it's like, I want to see other people, you know, like I want to see artistic expression everywhere.
Yes.
I don't want to see one more just like dot blush on their face, rub it in and be like, full glam for today.
Yeah.
No, I want technique. I want tight lining. I want like
lashes,
wings. So fun.
I want color on the lids.
Color. No more neutral palettes.
No.
I just want like, I want glitter. I want color. I'm getting a ton of powder highlighters right now, and a bunch of brands are launching them. Kosas just came out with a really fun powder highlighter, and I was like, this feels like 2016, but in like a more like skin-like, more modern way, like soft and, you know, but still that blinding. I was like, yes.
Oh my God. You know what? It's so funny because I've always just kind of done like clean girl makeup, and it's just because I don't have technique.
Same.
So I'm like, I've tried to give myself a wing, and then it looks like, girl, don't. Like, just, you can't pull it off.
Yeah.
But I'm the same. I want to see the looks because everything is so uniform now. Like, it's just like, I want to see expression. And I think you're right. I think everyone's just been like living in this like clean girl and like all the aesthetic we see online and people. I want messy girl back.
Me too.
Yeah.
Like messy. I want it to
look like you slept in your eyeliner.
Yes. That's me right now.
Good. Just like a little smudgy, a little like I just rolled out of bed. The hair's like a little crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like beach waves. I'm like, I don't want to see another beach wave.
I'm even okay with the side part.
Yes.
Like I'm okay with the side part. I'm okay with just like a like
just like mess with it. It doesn't have to be so perfect. Like it's like you know, for so long it was like, you know, I was like at Dry Bar 3 times a week and getting like the beach waves with these weird straight ends. Yeah. Like, no, like, just curl your hair with a curling iron and like mess it up and just go.
Fry it.
Just like, now we know that you should probably use heat protectant. But other than that, like, just
we've
like,
grown still.
have fun with it. Yeah, you're like, we're grown up. It's been a while since then, but I think like the messiness of beauty is back, and that's exciting.
But we can do it responsibly now.
Yes. And like, don't actually sleep in your makeup. Just like kind of look like you did.
Yeah. No, I think that's my thing too, is I don't know that I'm ever going to have a cut crease, but I do like a lot of smeared makeup. Like I really do like, for being a hairdresser, maybe it's just my own like protest against it. I just kind of let my hair do its natural thing a little bit. Like I don't like things to be too perfect.
No.
Yeah.
But I almost pulled out, like this morning I was feeling like neutral eyeshadow, and I almost pulled out the Nikki Tutorials palette that I have from like forever ago.
Yes, I still have mine.
The bright colors is like gonna be perfect.
Like that's what we need. I want brights, I want glitters. And like every time I get a glitter palette and I swipe it and it's like, it's supposed to be like a light dusting across I'm like, no. Like it's a glitter palette. It needs to give like full glitter.
Yes.
And
like, I don't want this to be able to come off easily.
Yeah.
Like, I want to struggle with this glitter.
Yeah. And, like, brands are coming out with setting sprays again, and we're talking about, like, different grippy primers, and I'm like, oh, so we're wearing makeup again.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's exciting. It's fun. Why not have fun with it?
Yeah, exactly. I saw some of your videos on, like, dupe culture, and you were showing all these dupes.
So scary.
Yeah. Like, some of them were, like, wild, like how close they were.
No, so I think it's the difference between a dupe, which is like a somewhat a new word, and like a fake, right?
Yeah.
So I think there's a difference. So to me, like I generally think, I think some people were mad about that video because they were like, let people have affordable things. Like you said, you know, Bioma was affordable and just to go to Target and get it. But Bioma's not as affordable as Five Below, which was only $5. So like acting like I was being like classist or something. But for me, it's like, no, there's just a really distinct difference between a dupe, which would be like, you know, L'Oreal just came out with lip liners that feel a lot like the Rhode sort of chubby lip liners. And it's $12 instead of $24 or whatever. Like, that's a dupe. The colors are similar. The consistency is similar. You can get a similar look for the same thing. And we know because it's L'Oreal, like the ingredients are fine and normal and it's all safe.
Yeah.
But when you look at something that they just literally just ripped off the packaging and the component, but nothing about the product is similar. The ingredients aren't similar. I mean, the ingredients were crazy in this. It was just like number 2 was like alcohol. It was just nothing but drying stuff. It was stuff that I would like never let a
But
kid
the
put on their face.
packaging looked the same
identical
to make you think that it's going to be the same. Yes. Okay.
So it's different than like Elf duping something, or like, you know, when Elf came out with like the bronzing drops that were a lot like the Drunk Elephant bronzing drops, like that's a dupe because they took a similar concept and made it, you know, their own and affordable and safe. But these like ones at Five Below that I was so shocked by were just direct copies. I mean, they even had like similar names.
Yeah.
And then the ingredients were disgusting. Like no one was trying to make a good product.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think there's just like a really big difference. I'm not sure that the general public understands that difference.
Well, I think it's good that you're educating people on that difference, because like if I was going into Five Below, I automatically would see that and be like, oh my God. And then because I'm seeing a trusted brand like logo that I would automatically trust, I would pick that up and be like, oh, it must be the same, and just assume and trust it just the same.
Yeah. And like, I mean, obviously, like I'm 41, I've been working in beauty my whole life, and I don't expect people to know everything. And Five Below is a store for teenagers. Like no one would expect me to shop. It was over the holidays. I was so bored. I was like, my mom, take me somewhere in Pennsylvania. But I've always really liked Five Below. Like, I've always thought it was such a fun store. So I really wanted to go. And I just thought, like, to me, Five Below was this really fun store that had affordable, kind of like kitschy, cute, teeny bopper things that were fun to buy. So, like, I bought phone cases in there. I bought, like, little shelves for my apartment. I bought like candy, like just cute things. And I walk in and it's just like fakes everywhere. And I'm like, that's such a weird direction to go in.
Yeah.
I mean, they even had like, you know, Techify for Casetify and everything tech that looked like, you know, and I guess it's less scary with like tech because you're not putting it on your face. Yeah. But then someone commented and was like, actually, that scares me. Like, I don't know, like, you know, they're like the outlets and the plugs and everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're making dangerous things. But when it comes to like, stuff that you're putting on your face or on your mouth, like it sort of reminds me of when TikTok Shop first launched, and like you could get a Rare Beauty, a Rare Beauty or a Rhode blush for $5, but it was fake. And it was really weird for a while. And I know I was kind of scared of TikTok Shop because I kept seeing so many fakes, and it was freaking me out because I'm like, you don't know what's in these.
Yeah.
And then these brands smartly jumped onto TikTok Shop and sold the real thing and are being really successful now. I live downtown LA, and I go through Santee Alley to drop off my tailoring because they're the best tailors in all of LA. And they can do anything same day. They like fix a ball gown for me. And I walk by like Summer Fridays lip balms and Sol de Janeiro body mists, and like there's been studies that there's like arsenic and rat pee and all that stuff.
I've seen this documentary actually on Netflix. Yeah. And it's just like they're just putting it in the packaging, but it's not the same product.
It's so scary. I want to like push these kids away from it.
But there's such a pressure just to be
so
seen with that brand. Yeah.
I know. And I always recommend to people, I'm like, Elf is great on its own. I'd rather you just like buy an Elf moisturizer for affordable one than like get a fake of an expensive one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because Elf does a good job, honestly.
Like,
we love Elf.
Is beat by Elf because
an incredible job. Like you really, and once you get deep enough into beauty and you go to factories and you learn things and you realize that like it actually is like all that stuff is great. Like it actually is really great. It's like you're paying for the amount of marketing that goes into something. You're paying for, of course, there's like retinols and stuff that you're paying for a more expensive ingredient. But when it comes to like a basic moisturizer or like a hyaluronic acid serum, like I always tell people, I'm like, just pay for what's like worth it.
Yeah.
You know, splurge on that like anti-aging serum, but then buy like a basic face wash because it doesn't stay on your face.
Yes.
And like you just have to take your makeup off.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Like gentle.
I've never thought of it like
Yes.
that.
Like always pay more for things that you leave on.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's, you know, and I'm a big like even Rhode skincare I think is so good for the like under $30 price point. Like, you know, people are, I'm more forgiving when it's such a good price point.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to be like, oh, what's the percentage that you're using of this? Because I know that it's supposed to be simple.
Yeah.
And it's $28 because it's simple.
It's
like,
simple.
Yeah. and you can repurchase it. And yeah, that's where spend and save.
Yes.
Yeah, because with so many companies, it's just like the branding that you're paying for.
It is. It's the branding. It's expensive packaging. A lot of brands create their own packaging instead of using one that's already on the market.
Yeah.
That's expensive. They put, $1 million into marketing. They're paying influencers a ton, things like that.
Okay.
Of course, it's not all that. You're going to pay for more for premium ingredients.
Yeah.
And testing, because testing's expensive, especially with like an acne or
Yeah.
something that involves like just a ridiculous amount of testing. Especially if like a Tower 28 product has like an eczema seal or psoriasis seal, like all that stuff is really expensive. So I can understand when something's like a little bit more when you're getting like something good out of
Premium,
it, yeah, something premium about it.
Yeah. And so you write for so many different magazines. How did you get into that world?
So I'm a lot older than a lot of the other people in magazines right now. And when I started so I went to college in 2004. So I went to Pace first, and then I transferred to Long Island University in Brooklyn. And it was like it wasn't the heyday of magazines, because I missed the heyday of magazines. I have a lot of friends in the industry that talk about magazines, and I'm like, oh, that must have been nice. Did not have that experience. But it was still considered like print. My first job was in print. It still was considered to be this like high paying, cool job that you could really work your way up. You could get to somewhere, you could take over something. I wanted to like run a teen magazine. Like I've always loved writing for young people and sort of being like this big sister vibes in terms of beauty, sexuality, anything. And it just like I basically didn't have, unfortunately in magazines and in magazine culture, it becomes like only rich kids get the jobs. So that's generally how it works. And people don't understand that like it's set up that way. So, there's a reason why you see mistakes all the time. Like, of people at these magazines that like don't know anything, have never like lived a full life. I've never been broke. I've never tried to do anything. Like you see mistakes, you see, like how did that go to print, or like how did they publish that? Like was there anyone in the room?
Did
like,
anyone even read this?
Yeah, and they did. It's just that it's like they're out of touch, and I ran into that a lot because I was working. I was in college. I was working at like a medical office to pay the bills, to pay my rent in the East Village. And then I was going to school in the morning, and then I had an internship. So, and my internship.
She's hustling.
I was such a hustler.
She was hustling.
7 days a week. And my internship, I wanted to intern at Condé Nast. At the time, I got this internship at Lucky that I wanted so much. Lucky was my favorite magazine. Like I was obsessed with it. RIP. And Condé Nast required 9 to 5 days a week, and it's unpaid. So the only people that can do that are people that their parents are paying.
Oh,
I couldn't afford to do that.
Yeah.
So that's how it's just sort of set up like that.
Oh, that
And that's a requirement to work there. You get paid like $15 a day, I think it was, at Condé at the time, which you spent more at the cafeteria. So, so I took instead I took an internship at Time Out New York, which I'm so glad. It was a great call. It was the right call for me, but because they were like 2 to 3 days and we can be flexible with your hours. And I was like, well, that's it. That's what I have to do because I have to work. I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to work for free, like
she's got bills, honey. She's got bills to pay. Like, no.
I have rent to pay. Like everyone else, their parents are paying their rent.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, obviously if I called my mom crying that like my internet was going to be turned off, she would have like helped me, but for the most part, I was paying everything myself and took out school loans and was doing everything. And I think, when I say I worked for free for like at least 9-10 months, and I was like an integral part of the magazine. Like I had pages every week.
Wow.
I had, and it's so crazy because that doesn't really exist today. Like they, because it's sort of like abusive labor.
Yeah.
They don't let interns like contribute that much for free anymore. But it made it so that like I didn't have the fancy school. I didn't have the fancy things. I didn't have the background. I didn't have connections. So I felt like I had to just be there until like someone would hire me.
Okay.
And then they did. Like they were like, oh, like, you know.
This girl's not going home.
She's like literally going to stay
Like,
until we let her in the door.
Yes, just fucking somebody give her something to do.
Yeah, literally. Like, and I learned everything I could. And I feel like I'm so lucky because that was sort of the last time of like learning from older editors and like OG smart journalists, like old school journalists, and being able to sit there with them and like line edit and learn about what I did wrong and how to fact check and how to like do all that stuff. Like none of that exists anymore. And I'm so lucky that I got that.
You got to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I sat near this copy editor who had like a paper dictionary on his desk, and we would talk about like how we would, I wrote a lot about sexuality at the time, and we would talk about like how we like what's the grammatically correct way to like say certain slang things. Like it just was like so crazy. And you know, and I did everything there. I wrote about a new store opening. I went to the store, I interviewed them, I took clothes back to the office, I styled them on mannequins, we shot them for the magazine, I got them returned. Like
That's
it was
so
like
cool.
it was so just like the old school way of doing things. I had maybe 50 interns over my time there when I became an editor.
Oh my God.
And yeah, it made it so that when I left there I could do anything.
Yeah.
So I became like
You're like a powerhouse now.
Yeah. I'm like there's like literally.
You're like, it's so easy now compared to you're not getting it. See, I'm not too far behind you in age. So like when it comes to a lot of types of businesses that I've worked in and I look back on it, like you don't get that real grit, that real grind. And I'm sure that you've experienced that with hair, even how it is just like that extra element of like hustle and proof and like having to get, you know, your hands and feet dirty for it.
And I think there's a mixed bag of, because I've worked with a few like young Gen Zers, and they're definitely different in terms of how they want to work. And in some ways, there's like the millennial girl boss that's left in my brain that says like, oh, they're so lazy, like, you know, and I don't know how they expect to get anywhere. And then there's a part of me that's like, no, that's actually awesome. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really glad that you have boundaries, that you have a life, because I didn't let myself.
Oh, yeah.
And I wish I did. Like, I'm, you know, I might not be single at 41. I might not be rediscovering myself. All I did was work because that's what I was told we were supposed to do.
Yeah, no, now they're like, sorry, it's 5:01.
Exactly.
I'm going home.
No, like, I was like, you never leave before your boss. Like, I'm going to sit there. I'm going to fall asleep here. You know, like and I did that most of my career. You know, I after Time Out, like, got bought by a conglomerate and reduced and became kind of like not what it was before. I went to 17 magazine, and Hearst at the time was like transitioning to digital. So it's like so crazy because like at that point I had never worked online. So it was like Hearst Digital Media at the time. It was sort of like BuzzFeed era. They really were like copying BuzzFeed. I mean, our office looked like a BuzzFeed office. We like sat on the floor, ate pink Starburst all day. Like it was like, you know, but it was very much the culture of like, we're gonna make this cool office because you live here now. Like you're actually
we're actually legally
have to do this. And we have to get like, and we're gonna like happy hours so that you stay and you never leave. And we're told that that's like a cool office and a cool experience. And then
we're a family.
Exactly.
We're a family here.
But then we'll stab you in the back in 2 seconds.
It's like the moment that they're like, we're a family, you know, it's like they got that firm grip on your soul.
No, like, and you know, they're planning like 6 p.m. events in the office. And you're like, oh, so we don't ever leave.
We don't have families anymore.
No. And I remember, this is kind of, I hope this doesn't come off as mean, but I remember like I was sitting there, I was maybe like, I don't know, late 20s, and my somebody that I worked with, someone like high up at the magazine, she was kind of about the age I am now, pregnant, and it was her first baby, and
she gave birth in the office.
But multiple people had their water break in the office. It was sort of like a rite of passage. and she lived kind of far away. And I remember at some point we were like, you're 9 months pregnant. Like, should you be here? But she felt this pressure
Oh, that's sad.
and it made me so sad.
Yeah.
And I remember one time it was like really icy and she fell on the ice and we had to like call an ambulance. And I remember thinking like, oh my God, like this can't be the way to live. This isn't the,
They
this
were
isn't
okay,
like,
though.
you actually, yeah. And like you, and so great. But, yeah, I was like, that was when I was like, maybe you actually can't do it all.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's
no.
okay to be like, hey guys, it's actually not safe for me
Yeah.
to be bopping around in this ice storm at 9 months pregnant.
Yeah, I'm dilating.
I'm gonna work. And at the time, like no one worked from home.
Yeah.
That fear of like being replaced, and then she ended up being replaced anyway.
Oh,
So,
of course.
and I think she has a great job and a great kid, and everything's fine. But like, it's I just remember looking at that and being like, oh my God, like that's the culture.
It's like that woman who had a surgery and like gave her boss a transplant and then got fired
And then
for
got
taking too
fired,
much
yes,
time to
yes,
recover
to
from that
recover.
transplant. Like that's not
That's-
okay.
no,
Did you hear
I
about that?
know.
Girl, no, this woman, I don't know if it was like a kidney or whatever, had a transplant to save her boss and got fired because she couldn't recover fast enough. Could you imagine?
No,
I'd be like, I'm
no.
gonna burn this facility
no,
now.
literally.
This
Literally.
empire's gone.
And we're taught to be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I guess I wasn't
Yeah.
getting healthy fast enough.
Yeah, I'm so
It's on
sorry
me.
to heal, but
Like,
oh,
yeah.
no.
which is crazy because I'm the past like 5 years or so, I think since like COVID lockdowns, like I feel like I'm sort of healing from that hustle culture girl boss thing and figuring out like where I fit in that. Like the fact that I still have dreams and aspirations, but that like maybe the dream job isn't real.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And like and that most of the places that I've been, like when I went from 17 to Allure, I worked at Condé Nast, I worked in the World Trade Center. I supposedly had like this dream job. My desk overlooked the World Trade Center site. It was like the quote unquote dream because I had gone to Pace right down the street, 10, 15 years before. Oh my God, how old am I? When it was just like in 2004. So like 3 years after September 11th. And it was a big part of living down there at the time. Yeah. And then to be in the building that they rebuilt and working there, like it's definitely like full circle. And people would, constantly be like, you have the dream job, you have the dream job. And I was so miserable. Like I would look down at people and be like, I wonder if they're happy at Starbucks. Like, should I just work? Like, what if they're happy there?
Yeah.
Like, do you think they just go home and they don't like cry every night?
Stop.
Like, I
Yeah.
wonder if they just like, even though they don't have a big fancy job, if they are just happy.
Yeah.
Like, what would that be like?
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Oh, that's sad.
And it's like, you don't want to like, but that's the time, it was like working till 10 p.m., barely making a living wage, getting free stuff and being told that like you're lucky.
Yeah. You've described so much of my life.
Yeah. Like you're
so much.
You're so lucky to be here. I remember an editor at 17 had said to me like, oh, well, I think I'd complained one time about a workload and I was making literally barely minimum wage and having 3 roommates and just really, and she had said to me like, well, like 5,000 girls applied. So like, there's so many.
No.
There's so like, I chose you and there's so many other people who would work here.
No, that's
so,
not right.
and that was sort of like the running thing at the time. So I just said like, okay, thanks. And just did my job, put my head down and did my job. And now I'm like, no, I'm tired of being treated that way actually.
Yeah. Well, we also came out of college and into a time when we were competing against people older than us and people younger than us for jobs.
For sure.
And there was very few jobs and the economy was terrible in that period. And it really set us up to get like sucked into that.
Yeah. Sucked into that, like, you're so lucky to have a job. Don't mess with it.
Yeah.
Just like sit there and smile. And I kind of broke. Like I was at Allure for about a year and I had gone through like 3 bosses and 3 site directors. And the person that I had was really excited to work with and thought she was brilliant. Like she had been pushed out and I just was like so emotionally spent. And I had never taken a break from magazines and I was feeling like burnout to the point of like where like you like the work so much because I loved the work. Like I just wanted to do the work and be left alone. But the politics of everything and and I kind of was like, I think I can't be here. Like I think if I'm here, like hair falling out, like I think if I'm here anymore. And luckily I've heard that things have changed. They put better people and more supportive people in leadership positions, which is great. And you know, I'm happy to write for them because it's not the same people, but it was it really messed with my like emotional health, and I was taking like daily anxiety medicine and I was really struggling, and I was asking people like, is anyone hiring? Like, what else should I do?
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know what else to do at this point. Like the only thing I like to do is write. I like to be a reporter. I never wanted to make content about myself. I wanted to like write about designers and hairstylists and experts and dermatologists. And like, that's like what I love to do. And I never wanted to like be an influencer. I never wanted to make the content be about me. I just felt like that wasn't as interesting. And I look back on it and I tell younger people, I'm like, I should have just taken photos of my outfits, because at this point it really doesn't matter what I learned as a journalist.
Yeah. You're like, I should have just relaxed.
Actually, I should have just made some videos, because everyone else that did that I thought was kind of corny, now they're slang. So I can admit when I was wrong. But they, you know, I think, so I'm in LA because I was so unhappy. Not necessarily because of Allure, but because of some personalities that I was working with at the time. And I was at like a NYX, the makeup company event.
Okay.
And they were like, we could totally use like an in-house beauty editor, someone who writes, but is a little bit different than like a copywriter, straight up copywriter. And you know, one thing led to another, and they moved me to LA. Like I had never been.
That is so cool.
I had never like been. I had been here once. I didn't even see my apartment. I just picked something online and showed up.
Isn't it nice when it's just easy like that? It's just like, you know what? That's how you know it's meant to be. I feel when it's just like simple, easy, and you're just like, especially in the situation, it's just like you're coming out of like the trenches and then stepping into the sunshine. It's like a complete contrast.
Yeah. Although I do think, I wonder sometimes if I should have maybe thought about it more or maybe not reacted based on how unhappy I was and like looked at the bigger picture, just because I really didn't want to leave New York. Like my family, my friends, like my whole life, I just did not want to leave. So I like cried on the plane, but then I said, and I also felt like New York was my whole identity. Like I was like, who am I if I'm not this like New York
New
girl?
Yorker.
Yeah.
You're like I came here to be, you know, I'm Carrie Bradshaw.
Literally, like Blair Waldorf maybe. Yeah. But like I, you know, but like I really, that was such a huge part of me. So I just I felt like I was losing that. And it like, and when people say to me now, like, you're this like LA, like girly expert, whatever, I'm like, really? Like, it's so strange to me.
You're like, have a cigarette out? Like, I'm in New York.
I'm like, what do you mean? But like, they're right. It's been almost 8 years. Like, who am I kidding?
Who am I kidding?
But I think if it weren't for COVID, I probably would have gone back after about a year or so. I still liked it. Like, I still was happy. Like, I had no complaints about LA. LA's great. I just think like, you know, the NYX job ended up not going for longer than about a year and a half. And I just, even though I learned so much at L'Oreal, and then, you know, I just was freelancing, and like most of the jobs that I was applying for where they wanted me to go back if I took them. And I think if it weren't for COVID and like the work from home culture, I probably would have taken a job and gone back. Yeah. But because COVID happened, I mean, I couldn't go to New York.
No.
I couldn't go live with roommates, and like it was not safe. I couldn't go to my mom's because that felt unsafe. So I was like, okay, I guess even though it was so lonely and depressing, I was like, I guess the best place to be is like here, alone here, where you like have sunshine, you can take walks safely, and you can sit on your patio when you're not allowed to see people, and you can like, you know, and since then I've just created like a real community here.
Well, we see you having fun too, like on the red carpet. What is that like? What are you doing at the red carpet events? Walk us through that. And like, we want to know, like, are you backstage? Like, are there fun things that's happening? Any celebrity moments? Like, so we want that.
It depends. I think when I go to an award show, it's a mixed bag. So sometimes I've covered a lot of red carpet, like as a reporter. And I admit that that's not my favorite thing these days. I feel like I aged out of it or something. It gives me so much anxiety now. The people that do it and do it so well, I have some friends who do it so well, and I'm like sweating. It's not that I'm I'm really almost never nervous in front of celebs. I truly don't care for the most part, which helps in those situations. But red carpet coverage is some of the physically toughest work you can do as a reporter.
Mm-hmm.
You have to like, the award show starts at 8 or 5, usually in LA, because 3 hours earlier. And you get there at 11.
Oh, wow.
And you stand and you cannot take a break. You cannot sit down. There's no food. You're lucky to get a bottle of water. It's like the least glamorous thing ever. And it's so physically hard that I'm like, my feet hurt. Like, I'm just old now. Like, I can't stand for that long. And plus you want to be cute because you're doing a carpet and you want to take a photo. So you're not wearing like New Balances.
Yes.
So you're wearing like, kind of
heels,
something cute. And you take the shoes off and then you're like, I'm so awkward. And like, I'm a barefoot, like, and then it's uncomfortable. So I would always wear like a shorter heel, like a block heel or something, something I could stand in for 700 years. So that's not fun to me anymore. I think that's like, let the 25-year-olds do that part.
Okay.
I'm happy to do like a smaller carpet, like something with instead of the Golden Globes, maybe like sometimes they make a fake carpet for like a beauty event where there's celebs, or like I just did this Ralph Lauren event where I interviewed a ton of celebs, and like at the carpet, it was like 45 minutes of people, and it was it was like chill, and they were coming to me and they were nice and we were having fun, more casual. I don't have to yell like, hey, can you come over here? Oh, the thought of yelling to a celebrity is so hard.
I feel like I wouldn't be able to be aggressive enough.
No, I'm not aggressive enough.
I'd be like, that's okay. Like, you can go.
Yeah. We're done. We're actually done. I'm so sorry.
Like, imagine just being like, hey, Beyonce, can you come here? And I'd be like, she would look at me and I'd be like, it was her. Like, just kidding.
No, that's literally how I am.
Yeah.
And I feel guilty. I'm like, I'm sorry, you're probably so tired. Like, and it's such an incredible skill, and I'm just not sure that it's what I want to focus all my attention on.
Did you do the Golden Globes?
I didn't know.
No, okay.
But I have friends who did, and it was crazy. I mean, it's crazy. No one can even physically stay for the whole show or the after party or anything because they're so exhausted, physically, emotionally done. The fun part is when I am either there doing 1 or 2 interviews, like say, sometimes like, there'll be an award show or something where there's a few celebs there that you're just going just to get them. Yeah. And they don't have a choice. They're being taken over to you. Yeah. They talk to you for 10 minutes.
Prearranged.
It's prearranged. I don't have to grab anyone. It's not embarrassing. It's fine. I get what I need for the story. And then I'm just done for the rest of the night. Obviously, I'd prefer to do that. Or, or it's fun to just be a guest. Sometimes brands will take you as, like, when they're sponsoring the show. So, like, last year I went to, like, Elf took me to, like, the Elton John Oscars party. Like, people will take you to stuff because they are a sponsor. So they get, like, a certain amount of media tickets or influencer tickets or whatever. And that's really fun.
You're like, that's a perk.
That's the fun part. I was kind of bummed that no one took me to the Globes. I've never wanted to go before, but I always do like movie stuff, and I'm more of a TV girl. So I'm like, why can't I get into the TV stuff? Like, I'm actually not a huge movie person, but
especially with the guys from Heated Rivalry.
Yeah, let me do an interview there. Yeah. It's more fun. It's more low key. It's more messy. It's more. I'm hopefully gonna go. The next award show is like GLAAD Awards. I'm hopefully gonna go to or SAGs, something like that. But I don't know that I'll do 7 hours of carpet.
Yeah. We were just looking at all your, like, the influencer events you've been to, like, the stuff that, like, Kathy's house.
I know.
I've got to go to one of those. And I'm like, yes,
Did you?
I have the photo in the back of her house. And I'm like,
oh my God, so fun.
I made it.
She does a lot of events there.
Yeah.
My favorite one is just the holiday party because it feels
that's
like
what I saw.
It just feels so homey there.
I'm so jealous. Like,
it's so fun. It's so fun.
Every year I have the most FOMO. And every year there's someone I personally know close that goes. And I'm like, damn it.
It's honestly, it's the funniest relationship that I have. And it's kind of a running joke between sort of everyone in our little friend group because I've never seen a Housewife episode ever. And so for me, I watch so much TV, but for some reason I just like, and I have no judgment. In fact, I feel bad about myself that I don't watch reality TV. It's just not in my world at all. I have no interest in it. I watch like stuff your grandma would watch. Like I watch like watch Law and Order. I watch like network television. Like I love like you know, I'm such a dork. Like whatever's like the new show on Apple TV I'm watching, like I'm such a dork. I don't watch Bravo and I don't really watch stuff like that. So being at Kathy's is so fun because I have I'm like not a fangirl. Like I'm really just chilling there.
Yeah.
And I love her because she's like so warm and momish, and she like gives you food to take home, and
I love
she
that.
opens her house for you, and she's so warm, and her family's so nice. And Paris was so ridiculously nice. Just like the nicest, coolest girl. And they make you feel so homey.
That's nice.
That like that's the vibe I want. But it's funny because like people will be like, oh my god, this person from house, like all these housewife people, and I have no idea who they
You're
are.
like, I don't know who any of these people are.
And I think part of
I'm
me
just
is
getting
like,
my leftovers.
literally.
Yeah.
I'm just talking to someone. I ask people what they do, and they're like, I'm on Salt Lake City, and I'm like, cool. Like, and I think it's probably better that way in this sense.
Yeah.
Even because I'm such a fan of so many other things that like maybe it's fine that like I just am a little neutral about this kind of stuff, and I just think they're like nice people and cool. And also meeting someone that I find out is on one of the shows, but like she has like this huge business and she can tell me about like her companies and like the money she's making, and I'm just like I'm so impressed as like a woman and business and all that stuff that
I would just be cool.
I'd rather. I think it's better
to go home. I'd be
Yeah.
like, I've got something like
I think it's
gonna stay in
better
the
that I'm just
freezer.
not. I have no ulterior motive. They know that I'm not there to like. I also don't write celebrity content that much unless it's around fashion and beauty.
Okay.
So I'm never gonna be like, I don't really write about like who's dating who or like something
You're not
bad
gonna
that happened to
out
the
them,
Hiltons.
exploit,
No.
yeah.
Just because I have no interest in writing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And honestly, no judgment to people who do because there's no work right now
Yeah.
in writing.
Yes.
None. So take what you can get.
Do what you got to do.
Do what you have to do. No judgment. I've written things before that I wish could be erased from the internet.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we close out, can
Mhm.
you give us a quick power round of your top 5 must-have beauty products right now?
Yes, but you're gonna
Fire
have to
round.
break it into categories because
Okay, fine. Hair product.
okay, K18 for blonde and damage.
Mhm.
Okay.
Leave-in conditioner, K18. Virtue shampoo and conditioner, incredible. The smooth line, so good.
Mhm.
Anything from Philip B.
Okay.
Change my scalp. I have psoriasis, so I need to have nice hair but also clear scalp. Best stuff I ever used. Jennifer Aniston's line, Lola V, don't sleep on it.
Okay.
My hair's never been
Mhm.
softer.
Perfect. Face primer. Give us top 3 face primers.
Face primers. Okay, I just started using primer for the first time in my life.
Okay.
I'm really into Michaela Nigero's line.
Okay.
It's so good. Like the glaze it. So I'm like, oh, your makeup stays on. Is that why you use this? So good. Charlotte Tilbury, any glowy primer, I love. And One Size.
Okay.
Yes.
Give us our top 2 eyebrow pencil.
Oh, eyebrow pencil. Anything from Benefit, especially if you like have trouble finding colors. And Rare Beauty, especially
Okay.
Rare Beauty brow gel.
3 lip brands. This will be the last one.
Okay, the new e.l.f. lip oil stick. Obsessed with it.
Okay, yeah, me too.
Obsessed with
me
it.
too.
So good.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
good,
yeah.
So good. I really love that. The Patrick Ta launched lip balms that I'm really into. They're really nice. I really love all kinds of lip balms.
One more.
Charlotte Tilbury lip oil.
Okay, perfect.
Wow.
I was really trying to put the pressure
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Use that with a lip liner, and you literally have a lip look.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you so much for
Of
coming on. This has
course.
been so much fun.
Yeah.
We will be sure to link all of her information so you can follow her if you already don't. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.